Hello, I'm Katie MacDonald, and welcome to Wine and Creators. And nice to see you. Come join me, Pablo Iglesias.
Yay! Thank you. How are you, dear? Well, thank you for coming to our program, right?
Well, thank you for the invitation. You're so charming.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So here is our friend, Katie MacDonald. So tell me about you, Katie. Where are you born, Katie?
Well, when we met here in the garden of the Spiritual Center for Living in Napa, California, you were asking me the same questions like 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't see you for such a long time. And you were so surprised when I told you that I was a dance therapist and taught people in wheelchairs how to dance. And you were surprised that I was raised in Las Vegas and met all these celebrities. And I rode my horse across a Las Vegas strip and met Elvis Presley.
Like a Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! So Elvis, so you meet Elvis Presley?
Oh yes, in fact this is a great story. When they were filming Viva Las Vegas at the Tropicana Hotel in Las Vegas, my mother happened to own the health club. So
really?
She knew, yes, the health club at the Tropicana Hotel. And she knew the Folies Bergère dancers. They would come and sunbathe nude in the solarium.
Right.
And the head dancer said that we'll be filming Viva Las Vegas here.
Wow.
And I could introduce your 3 kids to Elvis and Anne Margaret. And when my mom told me, I said, but the catch was we could not tell anyone and we couldn't bring anyone. She said that would blow the whole thing if a bunch of people come because we're filming that day. So we didn't tell anyone, and the 3 of us went and we got their autographs. And I was like 12 or 13. Elvis hugged me. He kissed my sister on the cheek, who was like 15 or 16. And my brother was hugged by Anne Margaret, who was about 17 or 18.
So Elvis, what kind of personality is Elvis?
I've heard this from so many people that worked with him over the years, the parents of my friends. And they said, and I felt this too, he had a beautiful, kind heart. He was a sweetheart and acted really happy to meet us. And Nancy Claire, the head dancer of the Tropicana, introduced us and greeted us. And it was just a delightful dream come true because as a child, I saw him on Ed Sullivan, and we'd be glued on Sunday night to the TV. Ed Sullivan's going to have Elvis again, So it was a big deal to us.
Yeah, I believe, Elvis never gone, For me, all the spirits are around us. So for me, Elvis is alive.
Yeah.
Elvis is forever, exactly.
Yes, I believe that too. I believe that our deceased loved ones are with us, absolutely.
Wow. So tell me about more your story. You are a dancer therapist, right?
Well, yes, and that turned out to be the adventure of a lifetime for me. Had I told my young self way back then that I'd be on TV, 7 television shows, and meet celebrities through that, and that I'd be invited to be on the best TV show was produced by Quincy Jones and George Slaughter.
Quincy Jones, imagine, Quincy Jones. Okay.
I know, and because...
And Elvis too, right? Elvis before, so you was only with celebrities.
Well, not only, I had my girlfriends and, and I went to college and got my degrees in psychology,
right.
Which is another great story. I'm jumping around here, but when I look back, if I, again, told my young self that I'd be even president of the Jane Mansfield fan club at the Tropicana.
Wow.
And every time she came to Las Vegas, she'd bring her daughter, Mariska, and we'd swim in the pool together. And, it's just, that was normal to me. And when I went to Sonoma State College to get my degrees in psychology, I had been living in New York, and my bosses owned a Learjet, and we traveled all over on it. But she's the one that said, Katie, you really want to go back and finish your degree at Sonoma State? And I said, I do. So I went home. They flew me home, I packed my car, my Mustang, and put my little dog in it. And
Nice
said,
Mustang,
Clancy,
huh?
we're going. Yeah, cool Mustang.
Right.
And said to my little Clancy dog, my little schnauzer type dog, Mud, I found at the pound for $8. Oh, I love that dog so much.
I'm a dog lover too.
Oh, I've had.
I have one Yorkie and Shih Tzu.
Oh my
Live
gosh,
with
I
with
love
them.
those brands.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I've always had cats and dogs. I had 3 monkeys,
Oh, really?
the horse, and pet ducks. I mean, I'm an animal lover.
So tell me about this story. So how you take these monkeys and horses?
Oh,
How coming to you this kind of animals?
well, I told my dad every day after junior high I'd go to the pet store and I'd eat sunflower seeds with this monkey, and I fell in love with it. And I said, I'm so afraid someone will buy Clyde and not love him. He turned out to be a girl.
Okay.
But my dad said, jump in the truck, we're getting you a monkey. And my neighbor liked my monkey so much, he went and got 2 monkeys. And then when he went to college, he asked me if I could babysit the monkeys. And I said, sure. But he said, I'm going to, later he said, I'll give them to you. And my mother said, what's going on? I said, a monkey, why are there 3 in your bedroom? And I said, oh, I'm babysitting them. But anyway, back to my career, I think that's what's really fascinated me the most, because I don't know if you've heard of the famous doctor.
Yeah, you like to show me something?
Yeah, well, it's just Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I was in the library yesterday, and I saw
Can I say it?
Celestine Prophecy, but she didn't
The
write
Celestine Prophecy. Look at that.
But she,
Look, my people, the Celestine Prophecy book is James Ritfeld, right?
right, but see, she endorses the book. She wrote 16 books of her own, and her textbook on death and dying was my textbook.
New York Times first, New York Times, huh? Yes, New York Times bestseller.
On the bestseller, but so was Elizabeth. And Elizabeth read an article about my work and came and stayed at my house and made a video of my work with her in it, and we owned it together, that she showed all over the world, which was just amazing. I mean, I never dreamed that my work, the right way method of dance therapy.
Right.
That's how I met my husband and became Katie Wright McDonald. My husband saw me on the Real People show.
How long you was with your husband? How many years of marriage?
He passed 32 years before he passed.
32 years, wow.
Passed of cancer
Oh, I'm sorry.
at the age of 59. So I love you, Bobby.
And my dad is with him, you know.
Yeah,
And my
well,
best
we've got
friends,
lots of
a lot of best friends passed away too, so yeah.
You know, I took my daughter to Bali on a spiritual journey with the Santa Rosa Spiritual Center. And after a massage, I was laying in a bathtub full of rose petals, and I said, Bobby, I love and miss you so much. It's the anniversary of your rebirth to heaven. And then I said, oh my God, you're with me. I know you're with me. And a huge butterfly came and flew down and landed right there.
Yes.
And this is part of my brochure, which shows the butterfly.
Can I see
And
it?
I wrote that back at the
Wow.
very beginning of my work 35 years ago.
Say,
Yeah.
right way method of dance therapy, instructional pamphlet, right?
Instructional pamphlet.
Instructional
And
pamphlet.
I would sell that with a cassette tape, but then Elizabeth and I made the videotape.
Okay.
And so she was able to sell it all over the world. And I danced at her. I'm an Isadora Duncan dancer also, dancing with scarves. But I studied all types of dance.
So let me tell you something, you know, about butterflies. So 2 years ago, I decided to go to Mexico, you know, Jalisco. In the middle of Jalisco is a name called Cruz of Loreto. I talked with some friends about my father, because he passed away like 8 years ago. So I was here, you know, in America when he passed in Chile. So it was a lot